Welcome everybody to a new analysis of Trinomics. In this episode, we're going to give an update regarding Blackrock and we're going to describe what has happened after the release and also during the earning release. So in the last episode that we issued, we had said that despite the earnings that in this case were green, we would have had downside because we needed to complete this cycle. And because this cycle was broken with this candle at this low, we would have proceed further to the downside, at least for a duration of a T plus 1 or a T plus 2. So in this case, um, we had 23 bars out of 24. So our downward cycle, has been a T plus 1, not a T plus 2, but a T plus 2 plus a T plus 1 allowed it to complete a downward cycle of a T plus 3 at 54 bars. So now we can update the chart. So first of all, here we have to remove the T plus 2, but the market gave us additional information. So therefore here we can put a T plus 1 of 23 bars. The completion of this T plus 3 and with the first T plus 3 allowed it also the completion of another cycle of 119 bars, which is a T plus 4, because the duration is encompassed between 94 bars and 168. So now here we might have the evidence to have at least a T plus 3 or even a T plus 4, which means that we're going to have a push to the upside for a duration at least of a month or between 2 weeks and a month at least. So we can update the chart. Here we can put a T plus 3. So this is what we're going to expect, or a T plus 4. At the moment, it's a little bit too early to define whether this is a T plus 3 and a T plus 4. We can now remove also the arrows as the analysis was correct. And now we have to look what might happen from a statistical perspective from here onwards. So first of all, we said that the upward cycle can be a T plus 4 or a T plus 5. If the upward cycle is a T plus 4, we cannot go back to this top at least for 24 bars. But this is if a T plus 5, and for the time being, it seems really a T plus 5. We cannot go back to this top before 48 bars. Now we have to get the time. Therefore, we are now at 45 bars. So we have the conditions to say that this looks like a T plus 5, because within 2 days, if we are not going back to the stop really soon, then this is a T plus 5. But what might happen now is that we have reached 44 bars and we might have time to start a T plus 2 upward cycle, which means that we might have from tomorrow or from Monday push to the downside. Push to the downside to start having a T plus 2 upward cycle. And at the same time, we need to close what? The downward cycle. At the same time, we can have the close of a weekly downward cycle from this low to a new low. Therefore, from Monday onwards, we might expect retracement. So be careful that now time is really stretched to at least to initiate a T plus 2. And we have at the same time to close a weekly downward cycle. So let's see from Monday onwards if the price is going to retrace and how much it's going to retrace. We have to look or to have an eye peeled on how much the retracement will be. And of course, we can always have a Fibonacci retracement lines. So the first target would be $785, and the second target would be $777. So be careful for next week, and so that you can manage correctly your positions. Thanks for watching, and see you to the next episode.